Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how there are insider reports that are claiming that the WrestleMania 42 plans for Stephanie Vaquer are for her to either face Rhea Ripley or Becky Lynch. With Becky Lynch even being considered to be an opponent to face Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 42, that must mean that she is losing the Women's Intercontinental Championship very soon. So I do think that Maxine Dupree is actually going to beat her on Raw next week and win the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now, with Nikki Bella not even being in the talks, that must mean that this Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella feud is not going to last that long. So I am going to say that Stephanie Vaquer will probably face Nikki Bella for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship at Survivor Series. She will probably beat Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella might jump her after the match or something, and then maybe somebody else comes to the save for Stephanie Vaquer and starts a feud with Nikki Bella. Now for who I think would make the most sense to go against Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 42. Let's start off with Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch and Stephanie Vaquer have not had many interactions, if any at all, that I can remember between the two that have really made that much of an impact on a story that they could start. I mean, maybe Becky Lynch loses her IC championship and just goes insane, and then they start a story there or something like that. But I feel like Rhea Ripley is the better option. So now let's go to Rhea Ripley and why I think she is the better option. For Rhea Ripley, she has faced Stephanie Vaquer at Money in the Bank in the Women's Money in the Bank match. Yes, there were multiple people in it, but Stephanie Vaquer was one of them, and there was a spot where it was Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea Ripley. Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea Ripley have bumped into each other backstage and had backstage moments multiple times this year, and they both teamed up alongside Lyra Valkyria and faced Fatal Influence at NXT Homecoming a few months ago. So Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea Ripley have already had far more interactions with each other than Stephanie Vaquer and Becky Lynch have had this year. Also, if I'm being 100% honest, yes, Stephanie Vaquer versus Becky Lynch would be an absolute banger of a match, but Stephanie Vaquer versus Rhea Ripley is a dream match for some people and could 100% be a WrestleMania main event match. Now for how I think this match between Stephanie Vaquer and Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 42 would go. I think that number one, just to get this out of the way, Stephanie Vaquer should win this match. I think Rhea Ripley has gotten plenty of opportunities to be at the top and win the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I think after this, she needs to take a little break from at least this title scene. Also, to be a good champion, you need to beat a good champion. So I think Stephanie Vaquer beating Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley in the same reign would add to her legacy a lot and would make her a better champion, and I honestly think she should do it. And number two, I think Stephanie Vaquer is going to have a long reign. I think she's going to hold this championship well after WrestleMania.